Right then, let's see if we can do this. Hello, everybody. Okay, the audio sounds really disturbed. Where is that? Oh, no, it looks like it should be okay. Okay, let's just go with it. If anyone complains, I can twiddle with it and see if we can improve it. Cool. Let's get started. Right, so yeah, really curious to explore a bit of order dependence in Narwhals today. So just gonna get VS Code up and Firefox down. Okay, here we are. Let's see, we need, so I'm just gonna make this fit a bit better. Okay, this should be. All right, here we are. So I'm just gonna try to write down what I'm going to try to see if we can do today. And then let's see if this is actually feasible. So what I'm hoping to have is that when we, in the extra metadata, we might be able to hold some keyword arguments that then get reset immediately after any operation. Does this make sense? Because what I want to have is that any order dependent operation needs to be immediately followed by an overstatement in which you can specify the order that you're looking for. So some things that we're looking at enabling should be something like maybe should be allowed to take the absolute value and then do like cumulative. Let's do a rolling mean. But over order by date. What I'm not sure about is binary operations. Like, is something like this allowed? pl.col a +1 rolling mean over order by date. So I'm just going to try this out in SQL, see if this is allowed, and then see if we can make a decision about whether we should include that. Let's start by selecting these values, and then I'm going to write. Let's start with the first one. So the first one would just be something like mean a over order by I from rel. Okay, so far so good. I'm just gonna Yes, okay. Then, by the way, do we need to specify, like, what's the thing with SQL about rows preceding and rows following? Like, if we say rows between unbounded preceding and current row, is that kind of like auto-inferred? Yeah, it doesn't change the result. I think this is the default. Okay, so that shouldn't be an issue. We could specify it anyway, just to be careful. But then what I'm wondering is, are we allowed to put binary operations in here? Like, does SQL allow us to say, like, mean a plus 1? Yeah, this is allowed. What about adding another column? Yeah, this is also allowed. And what about element-wise operations are allowed? The only thing that's not allowed is, well, for one thing, doing another aggregation. That's not allowed. And the other thing that's not allowed is doing a window function inside a window function. So you can't do like shift and then rolling mean. But anything binary should be allowed. Which kind of makes me wonder. But this should be okay, actually. Because the way we would do this in Narwhals, you're still just doing a dot over right after rolling mean. Yeah, so what we don't want to allow is this. pl.call a dot rolling mean plus 1 dot over. In fact, I think this probably raises in SQL. So if you do mean a over order by I and then try to add 1, I would hope this failed. No, this is supported. Oh, well, we can just say that it's not supported. Because it should, I presume it's the same as just doing the plus 1 inside. Not very good at maths, but yeah. This should be okay. Yeah, this is fine. So the rule will be anything order dependent must be followed by a dot over. So do we actually need then to have this is order dependent bool flag? Is this one really necessary? And I think it might not be. Also, yeah, please do let me know if you're tuning in. Yeah, okay. Can this be made to work? I think so. If we can simplify x per kind, that's probably a good thing. So, and the other thing is, do we need to care about order-dependent aggregations? Because what I have at the moment is that something like pl.call a dot cumulative sum dot mean. This is order dependent, but if now we're introducing the restriction that anything order dependent must be followed by dot over, then that means that we wouldn't be able to write this anyway. Okay, I think this should be good. Let's explore it. Sometimes we just got to have a bit of fun with this and see where things take us. So enforce over after Windows. And this is only for the lazy API. the eager one. People can do whatever they want. We don't need to introduce restrictions. It's pretty nice. The Narwhals really just started out mainly focused on eager execution, which we had concrete use cases for, but now it's really quite exciting to think about what we can do with lazy and with SQL. For me, it's been a super interesting learning experience, and hoping to give some talks about it this year. So let's add, should we change any of these names? Transformation, yeah, I'm not sure, is transform, this should really be element-wise. Yeah, let's rename this to element-wise. So length preserving, non-order dependent. Example, that one. Changes length. I was thinking about filtration. Is filtration, I think, is a nice name. Not changes length. This is a bit too long. And it's 2 words. And finally, let's add, this one is going to be window. For the dependent example, cumulative sum must be followed by dot over in lazy API. Only in the lazy API, because in the eager API, the order is just defined by the physical order. Okay, do we have any comments that need cleaning up? Yeah, we do. So let's rename these to filtration. And transform match case as well. And this is going to become element-wise. Okay, first things first, let's check if the tests pass. Let's put like pandas PyArrow.db. Okay, all good. So the next thing then is to see when things need to be window. And I'd like to get rid of the is order dependent thing. We will keep extra metadata because we might need to store some, we will need to store some keywords in it. This isn't a case of premature optimization. Like, I know that we're going to need to store some extra keyword arguments there. So for combine metadata, this is where things will get a bit more complicated. We can rename this one N filtrations as transforms as element-wise. And then this shouldn't be, if any of these is order dependent, this can't be allowed. We need to think of a good way of enforcing this. But this shouldn't be possible. Right. So if anything is order dependent, here we need to raise So if kind is extrakind dot window, then message is window functions must be followed by wait, is this true? Because I only want to enforce this in the I only want to enforce this in the lazy case. This is uncomfortable. How are we going to do this? How do we only enforce this in the lazy case? This is not so easy. Let's see. What we could do is, so we've got the extra compliant, right? Maybe we can't remove the flag. Maybe we do need to keep the flag. Yeah, so we could keep the is order dependent flag, and over and only over can remove it. This risks being complicated. So I just want to, maybe let's just make a little list of things that I want to make sure that we'll be able to support. What we want to be able to support. So for, let's say, pandas, we should be able to support df.select, w.col.a.shift 1.rolling mean 7. But so pandas eager, also pandas eager should be able to support. Let's remove the shift and let's put an, let's keep the shift. We should, and let's put like over order by date. This is really not going to be trivial. And then in the lazy case, this one needs to disappear, but the rest of it should be okay. Right, so in this case, when we get to over, we can see that the current expression is order dependent. We can store the metadata from it and combine them. In this case, yeah, in this case, this is all. I mean, this should all. This first one should already work, right? So date going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then A can be 2. Supports Narwhals. Then from native DF, let's make sure this is eager. Select. Let's shift this by 1. And then let's make rolling mean 2. Yeah, this is totally fine at the moment. And if we make it twice as long, let's see if we can still do it in a group away manner. So this is just doing it overall. If we do it by group B, oh right, we don't support rolling mean dot over. This looks odd. This, yeah, we might have an unrelated bug here, which we might need to fix. So let's start with that before going any further. So 2, 3. X, Y, Y, Y. Then we're going to do from native DF, and we're going to select A dot cumulative sum. And I think this should work without issues. Did I not save the print? Okay, yeah, this works without issues. Next, we're going to do the cumulative sum over column B. And now, again, no issues. Let's just select column B as well, just so it's clearer when the cumulative sum restarts. But now, let's introduce a little shift. So before this one, let's shift by 1 and then do the cumulative sum. Okay, shift by 1. And now it all becomes nan. Whereas if we'd done this with polars, then we would have got, yeah, null 1, 3, null 4, 9. This looks wrong. Okay, so before going any further, we should probably fix this. Let's make an issue so it doesn't get forgotten. So, shift cumulative sum over results in all null for pandas. And then expected results should be the same as polars. So this is the actual results. Same as polars. Okay, yeah. Something's broken here, very descriptive title, but it's got the show versions in. Here we are. Editing. Okay. I'll mark this as a bug, and this is incorrect result. And let's mark this as high prior. Also curious to take a look. Let's see if it's a simple fix. So daf over. Let's go here into pandas like. So we're going here. So it's probably not going to go into the simple aggregation part. Yeah, so it's just going to go here. But here, yeah, this should only really be allowed. Yeah, we're going here. This should only be allowed if we know that it's a aggregation. We need to enforce that this aggregates. Let's take a look. Let's go here, group by pandas like. So we've got some ugly apply code here, which I'm really questioning whether we should have at all. Honestly feel like removing it. So here we are. Here it is, apply. Here we're doing .ilock0. I had some memory that I'd maybe just made a mental note to look at this, but then never got around to it. Yeah, indeed, it takes us into here, and then we can see that the native series is actually like it's got a length. That's not okay. Does pandas actually allow this? So put pandas as PD. Start by making this data frame. Let's do group by B, A dot transform, and x dot, I think that's shift in pandas, dot, pandas does actually allow this, so we need a way to tell it whether it's a transformation or an aggregation. Okay, I didn't think I'd be working on pandas. Does this allow rolling, by the way? Oh wait, there is rolling, really? Okay, so pandas does actually let us do a rolling per group. Yeah. Refactor this, need to refactor everything. And this isn't going to be easy, which means we need to take a break. So everyone, let's resume soon. thanks. Sorry, didn't have any stream, any sound. Okay. Yeah, we might just have to pass the kind, and we can use that later. Let's see if this works. Let's see if it works to pass that in. So let's take a look at all of the over definitions we've got. So we've got it here in arrow, metadata, and here we're gonna import extra metadata. And so here we want to say if metadata.kind, don't we have that kind? Mixing things together, sorry. Let's just start all over again. Start all over with upstream main. Sometimes you just got to do this. So def over then in arrow we're going to receive metadata, which is going to be extra metadata, and then in different expression parsing we're also going to import extra metadata, and here we're going to say that if metadata kind is so we're already excluding changes length, so we only need to exclude transformation here. Then we're going to say element-wise operations in over context are not supported for PyArrow. Raise not implemented error. Let's just say for PyArrow, keep it short. It's the line length here, 89, yeah. Is not implemented. And then we're going to have to do something similar for the others. I can probably just copy this. Let's go here to task. Yeah, it's exactly the same. Dask also doesn't support transforms here. Not yet, at least. This might not be necessary. I think it'll raise anyway when we get there. Yeah, let's try avoiding it. Then let's do this in pandas-like as well. And then here in expression parsing, we can import metadata. And then elif metadata.kind is expert.kind.transform. So we can say only simple element-wise, how to phrase this, only supported in over context. For pandas, if they are elementary. So hint instead of call a dot sure. It's not easy to give a good hint. We need to write a page in the docs about it. Example w.call a dot keyInt dot over b. Raise not. Is it with all this white space? Okay, done that for pandas like, and then for the others, it should already have filtered it. Yeah, it should be filtered already. So now, if we try to, now it correctly raises for pandas, which is what I was expecting. Nice. We do need to make sure that the metadata argument appears. And here it's unused, that's okay. All right, I think I like the look of this. Let's just check that things still pass. Okay then, still passes. Nice, I like the look of this. Let's start by enforcing this over test. Test non-elementary pandas. And we're only going to do this for, yeah, it was just pandas that had the issue, so let's just test pandas. keep it to a minimum, and then with pytest.raise is not implemented error. Let's match on the word elementary. Oh no, something's not right. Oh, right, for polos we need to define over probably. So let's import the extra metadata, and we're just going to ignore it. So we're going to say add self-native expression dot over these. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Check we've got a new branch. So it's allowing elementary operations in dot over for pandas. Does a drive-by, let's rename the internal extra comments. All right, this is only type checking. Let's just rename it now to avoid the too many conflicts. So let's go and rename transform to element-wise. Let's do this for all of them, and then changes length. Let's rename to filtration. Although it's not totally accurate at the moment, is it? Because element-wise is anything order dependent. We're still calling element-wise at the moment. So like, let's go to cumulative. Yeah, cumulative count is fine. Here we're still defining this to be, it preserves the current kind. Yeah, no, never mind. We can't do the renaming now. So let's check out dot and leave that to a separate PR. Yeah, let's push open a PR and then get on with things. Oh, sorry, fire alarm. I think I need to put this on pause. Okay, let's get back to it. False alarm, fortunately. Right. Closes the last issue. Let's go. Right, yeah, for arrow, I think it's okay. We are gonna hit that though, yeah, we need a test. So let's call this unsupported. Oh, So for pandas, we've got this one. We also need a PyArrow. And then, yeah, let's just keep the same thing. Should be good. Okay, right, yeah, we need to change the error message here. And I'll advise just to check that it's actually this exception that's getting hit and not some other random thing. Average. Yeah, these PyArrow stubs are really insufficient. Okay, hopefully this will hit coverage. Let's try again. Right, so getting back to this, so we have that over in pandas. We're, yeah, checking the transform. Yeah, this seems legit. In Perls, we're just accepting the argument for compatibility, but we're not doing anything with it. Spark, we're just accepting the argument, and Narwhals as well. And yeah, we've got a couple of tests for the unsupported cases. Should be good, hopefully. It's all fine. Let's go back to thinking about this a second. Let's go back to the plan. Right, so if we have do we need to support this really? Yeah, probably. I mean, so at the moment, maybe not the rolling mean one. I don't think we support that one for pandas, but like the cumulative sum, we do actually support. And we should be able to get to rolling mean, to be honest. Let's get this in. So we've got our data frame. What I wanted to do was native df and then select a dot shift dot cumulative sum. Yeah, sorry, we can't pass an argument to cumulative sum anyway. And this one is actually supported. And if we do it like dot over right, okay, yeah, so this one won't be supported anyway for pandas because it's not elementary. So we don't need to worry about that. Okay, this should be nice. This should be okay. The other thing to worry about, though, is that in pandas we could do something like this, like take a cumulative sum, do dot sum, and then do dot over. And here, if we passed an order by, then how do we know what this order by is going to be referring to? Yeah, it would be a bit of an issue. Yeah, I'm worried about that when we get this order by there in pandas, then well, wait, it should be fine though. We just we can just first order the data frame and then apply the operation, right? We can even just set a temporary column with the row order, and then we preserve the row order because that's what pandas users expect. Okay, we should be good. In the eager case, we should be good. In the lazy case, we can just so in the lazy case, the moment you start with anything order dependent, the whole expression is going to be order dependent. And so you just won't be able to pass it to select or with columns. In order to make it not order dependent, you need to use dot over. And dot over can only be called on something which is order dependent. And from the metadata, we might be able to check the name of the function, check that it gets called straight away. And something like routing mean, anything order dependent, we could just, in the lazy case, not allow you to call. Can we allow you to not call that on? Do I need to worry about this too much? Essentially, this is the case that I'm worried about. Lazy. I'm worried about this. We need to be able to disallow this globally. I'm not entirely sure how, but I think we might be able to get there. So first, let's go back to the current pull request. We do have a coverage failure. So an arrow group by 57. Oh wait, now this one isn't covered anymore. All simple ags. Okay, 57 and 58. And then 61 to 71. Yeah, this error message. Do we really not have anything that hits that? So here we are. And why is this? Oh yeah, this is the dusk one. Let's see what hit this on main. And let's only run it for PyArrow. Here we are. Yeah, okay, this one is going to fail. Which others? Okay, anything that's not a rank test, let's put like 1 divided by 0 or something and see which tests fail. What? How is this not failing? Sure, we had some, yeah, group by complex. Surely this one. So this one warns for pandas. Yeah, we should probably just check that is raised for PyArrow. Okay, let's do this. Adding coverage. The other one was quite accidental. So now instead of warns, we're gonna put raises. What incremented error? Yeah, we need to convert this to arrow, and the fastest way to do that is actually probably well, we don't need the to native. The fastest way is probably to do like lazy and then dot collect PyArrow. This would give us, yeah, PyArrow back to group by A. Yeah, and we don't need the sort. Oh, it raises a value error. Yeah, okay, sure. Oh, wait, what branch am I on? Ah, did I really not? Oh, I did. Okay, let's go back to our previous branch. Sorry, not in top form, but doesn't seem like we've got people attending today anyway, so I'm not sure it matters. Yeah, just waiting for CI. But yeah, CI version. That's kind of hoping we could just get this in. Oh, fuck's sake. Excuse my French. They really want to drop Python 3.8, but people are still using it, so I guess we need to wait a bit longer for that. Let's just make a new test for this one. PyArrow. And let's remove that from here. And let's put it in here, but now let's not use pandas. Let's just directly create the table directly. What am I even doing? Not in top form today. I'm just mumbling to myself. Anyway, let's try to get this done properly. Let's try to make at least some progress. Put PyArrow as PA. Then, what is this, dear? Oh my gosh, this is like one of those really old tests where we had like a global df pandas, df pandas, and so on. Well, I've got to live with the consequences of them then. Let's see if this still passes. Yeah, okay. Except for old pandas. Okay, let's push. Then, so we had got an issue here about the lazy but ibis support. Okay, yeah, let's thank them for their help. So thanks. Thanks for your help. So we're the middle of some large factors, so it may be prudent to a bit to avoid too many merge conflicts, but we get to this. Let's see if this is going. Okay, 5 pending, 18 in progress. Yeah, this is probably good. So while this is going, I just want to go back here to think about how we're going to do this, and also whether we can pass in some metadata for some other operations. Also, yeah. We should also take a look at this refactor. Let's take a look at that. So what is the point raised here? Why quarks is used here at all? Let's take a look here at desk group. Yeah, we could just use extra quads. This should be okay. Let's try running this for desk. And unique got an unexpected keyword argument name. Well, this suggests that we're passing in names somewhere necessarily. So maybe let's take a look at that. Name C, maybe an alias. Are we doing that? That'll be the obvious one. Yeah, we don't need this. Also what? And then unique case in lazy mode to not depend on desk globally. I can't. I still can't remember what this means. Maybe let's take a look at the PR for context. See if this is a chance to clean up some comments. Not too bad. And then in STT, okay, there was also a comment by Ed about this. So Ed here is suggesting to call this crawl quirks. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. It'd be an easy rename. Okay, crawl quirks. Then here we need to rename them. And here we've got an at defined. Okay, these all need renaming. Got some issue. Why am I even trying to do this refactor? Oh, fine, it is. Okay, last thing, then we drop for today. Let's mark this one as ready for review, leave it open for a bit in case anyone has comments. It's typo. But nothing here. For alias, are we passing these through? Yeah. So here we've got var. There should be a quag. Yeah. That's just fine, to be honest. Oh, yeah, let's just revert this. Let's go back to the previous one. Probably good to understand why we got this way. Okay, let's do this for desk. Let's go back. Why isn't the keyword argument being passed down? Let's take a look. So def var 0. Ooh, this is bad. No, is it bad? We've got the default of 1. I don't think we should have a default here. It should be passed in explicitly. So std is missing one required argument ddrf, yeah. Why? Yeah, we've got call wags. Is that one there? Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah, we need to update this one. Okay, yeah, now it at least passes. Oh, well, it at least gave us a chance to remove an extra default, which can only be a good thing. So yeah, thanks both for comments. Factor this mechanism more broadly. So I'll hold off tools sticks for the time being, but definitely interested in visiting in the future. Again, even though it does look really nice, let's make it clear that I'm really in favor of this. Operator.method call. This looks quite nice. Maybe this is what we need. Right. Okay, based on, yeah, CI was fine for this one. Just going to leave it open a little bit more. Anyway, let's see if there's any reviews that are ready for review that we should be taking a look at in the meantime. Okay, got a typing thing. And this one's also green. Oh yeah, SQL frame. We're just waiting on a response from the author, but yeah, it would be awesome to get this one. Yeah, seems like a very simple and innocuous change, so let's do it. This one's okay. This one's got some conflict, so let's leave them to rebase. Yes, we should look. This one's still in draft, so maybe let's wait. Yeah, I've got 15 minutes. Well, one thing I'm curious about is if on the back of this one we can do anything better. So enforce over after Windows. Let's go that. So I'm wondering if let's just sketch this out. So what we could have is that extra metadata could have call quags. And these generally get reset. After all operations except for alias. This could help to reduce tracking in grid by ag for pandas PyArrow desk. And reduce passing all of these call quags around all the time. Yeah, curious about this. Just make a note that we're doing this in the branch call quags. So let's go here to expression passing, and this one, let's add this call quags, which is also going to be a dictionary. Then there's not many places where we need to do this. Let's just see if we can, if it's viable to do this in standard deviation. Except that for typed dicts, we're not allowed to set defaults, are we? Maybe we need a data class then. Should we be using a data class? We should probably be measuring the overhead. I did have one notebook I was trying to run earlier about measuring overhead, so we might be able to readapt this one for our cases. So here is running pandas natively, and here is running pandas via Narwhals. And we've reduced the overhead to the point that it's a bit faster to do it via Narwhals, which is quite pleasing. And we should definitely monitor this and like run this in CI or something and get more queries in. What I'm wondering about is, does this need to be a data class? Because we are going to need to have, we're probably going to have to need to record some call quags on it. And I'm not sure I want to pass an empty dictionary around all the time. Or just set none. Let's just do that for now. Yeah, just curious if this is viable. Let's see. So here we could have call quags, DDoF, and DDoF. And then in var, we'll do the same. And then for the others, we just need to replace it. This needs to be here. Yeah. Wait, what? So for type dict, you don't need to pass the arguments? Or wait, what? This is really nice if that's true. Or like I was feeling a bit. It's super motivated, but you can actually just pass. Oh, this is nice. I don't even need this here. Oh, but this is really nice. Because like here I haven't passed it. Really. So from typing import typed dict. Yeah, let's make our own typed dict a int. Oh, but MyPy will probably complain, right? Okay, yeah, maybe my enthusiasm was not warranted. How many cases of this do we have? 73. Too many. Well, I'll try to do it and see how far we can get in a few minutes. Short-lived enthusiasm from Can in the chat, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I kind of want to use a data class, but I do remember reading that they have higher overhead than typed dicts. So if it's only for the purpose of saving characters, then I'm not sure if we should be doing that. Okay, 52 errors. Maybe it's not as bad as I was thinking. One, two, three. Okay. Eating away, please. Okay, this catches quite a few. Nice. Would a named tuple be any more lightweight? Compared to I don't know. It's a good question. So the idea is that we should be able to just remove all of these, and then what are we actually going to do with it? You know, if this is just to appease my Pi, do I even need to? Yeah, maybe we can just ignore it. So let's say that then we do like native df.group by a.ag. Let's do it the other way around. Let's group by b, a, standard DDoF equals 0. So now if we run this, let's print. Yeah, sure. So then let's go into group by for pandas. Where is this DDoF coming from? So when we go to DD, standard deviation. So here it's a pandas like X, and we've got ag. I wonder if when we pass ag, we could also be passing all of the yeah, here. So here when we're doing .compliant ags, I wonder if when we're making these compliant ones, like when we're doing here to compliant extra, should this one then have access to the call quags? Let's take a look. So because here we've got ags. Yeah, here call quags is there in the metadata. I don't know, it feels like we should be able to access it somehow. I just don't know how yet. Right, I think that's going to be it for today. For keys to be required in a type text, you can pass in the following to the class. Yeah, I kind of want the opposite. Like I kind of want to have some defaults so we don't have to pass it all the time. I don't know. These refactors are a bit frustrating, but I think they are necessary. We will improve things. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for the chat. Thanks for the participation. Weirdness of named tuples is that you can slice them as a normal tuple. Yeah, I don't know. I have to think about this. Right. Thanks all. Have a good one. Hasta luego. See you next time. Ciao.